Yo, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video guys, we're going to be doing a little bit different type of content than I usually do. Don't get me wrong, I did a few reaction videos in the past, but it didn't have anything to do with Warzone nor Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So today I decided to do a reaction video on weapons from Warzone or Call of Duty Modern Warfare versus real life. And keep in mind guys that this video is not going to have every single weapon in the game. It is going to have some of the more common used weapons from the game. So yeah, like I said guys, and one more thing I want to mention guys, I'm really sorry, for some reason my camera is not going to turn on. I really wanted to do face cam for this video, but like I said, my camera doesn't turn on. I think I have to install an application for it, and also when I plug it in, my audio messes up because the camera has its own microphone and the two audios mess up. I tried uninstalling the audio from the camera, but like I said, I didn't want to waste too much time. I just wanted to make this video and upload it. So yeah, sorry if you guys were expecting a face cam on this video, but I promise you next reaction video I will have a face cam. So stay tuned for that. If you're new around here guys, subscribe, go check out some of my other content. It might help you out in Modern Warfare and Warzone. And yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so this video is about 6 minutes long, but I still think it's going to be a really cool thing to see how different or maybe how similar the weapons are compared to the real life. Now keep in mind that not every single weapon in Warzone is a real weapon in real life. The model might be based off something in real life, but it might be exact, and most of the names from the game are completely different than in real life, probably for like copyright reasons and licensing reasons for weapon names. I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, like I said earlier, let's just get right into the video and see how different the weapons are in the game compared to real life. Alright, so the first weapon is the X16, and this is the typical weapon everyone gets while landing in Warzone. Let's see how it is in real life. Oh, it sounds about the same. You can definitely tell it has some recoil to it, just like in the game. But yeah, it definitely sounds the same. That's pretty cool. Alright, up next is the 357, or the revolver that most people call it. And oh my god, this weapon is a pain in the butt in Gulag. Alright, I don't think it's exactly the same model, but in real life it sounds and looks about right compared to the game. It looks pretty good. When he shoots it, you could definitely tell he has some recoil to it. Alright, moving on, we have the Deagle. And as you notice guys, it's called the 50GS. Like I said earlier, it is obviously for licensing reasons. You know, they're not going to use just the weapon's name because there's some legal trouble in that. I assume, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not too of a gun guy, so I don't really know too much about guns. But I definitely know some things, and I'm 99% sure that's why they switched up the names in-game. So in-game, the Deagle is a pretty good weapon, honestly. I feel like it's a bit underrated, especially since the Akimbo snake shots and Renettis got nerfed. And it's a big nerf, like I'm telling you, it's unusable at this point. But there are some alternatives, and I feel like the Deagle might be one of them. I think the Deagle is the third best pistol regarding the Renettis and the snake shots, like I said. But yeah, honestly, tell me in the comment sections below, guys, if you ever tried Akimbo Deagles in Warzone, and if it was a successful run or not, and if you think it's going to be the new meta. So yeah, let's see how it is compared to game and real life. Definitely has some recoil to this, like and no doubt about it.
In the earth, you guys will get the point.
Oh wow, yo, not gonna lie, his Deagle looks way cooler than the one in game. Oh my gosh, and look at that recoil he's getting, and that's with both hands. Oh no, he's gonna try one hand. Oh my. And one more thing guys, I think there is a blueprint like this in Warzone, right? You could buy it from the store that looks exactly like this. I might be wrong, but they should add something like this if they didn't already, because this would be very sick. I think a lot of people would get this. Moving on, the PP19 BIZON, or BIZON, or I don't even know how to pronounce this, or how to say I should say. But yeah, in Warzone, it is like one of the best SMGs. It shreds, especially with that 84 round magazine. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried this out yet, I have it as set up for one of my loadouts, and it is such an OP SMG. Obviously, it's not the best for damage and fire rate, but it is definitely the best for ammunition. It has so much ammo, you could take down squads upon squads. Alright, let's see how it is in real life. Definitely has a little bit of recoil. Alright, well, you could definitely tell that in real life he doesn't have the 84 round magazine. I think he only has a 35 round mag. He also has an optic on it and a better stock. Or is the stock the same? Let's quickly check. You can't really tell in this, but I think that's the default stock you get, so, and in game as well. Let's see how it is. Okay, he definitely has a single fire mode on. But not gonna lie, if you replace this magazine with the 84 round, you could definitely tell that it's the BIZON or the PP19. Has minimal recoil, but like alright, the P90, also another really good SMG in Warzone. Honestly, you could have a sniper with that. Yeah, as you see guys, the P90 looks very, very similar to the one in game. Even when you put the optic on, it looks exactly the same. Like, this is, I think, by far one of the closest looking guns to the game versus real life. And this one has a strap that you could put on your back, I assume, or on your shoulder to easily carry it. But yeah, honestly, P90 is very, very similar. But obviously, one difference is that he's in single fire mode while we just saw in game, which was automatic. So yeah, honestly, like I said, pretty similar.
Oh.
The MP7. Honestly, this used to be like one of the best weapons in Warzone, but I feel like they switched it up. And here you see he put it in single fire mode. Oh no, I can't even watch this. Oh my god, this is gonna be so insane. As if you guys don't know, the MP7 is the fastest fire rate weapon in Warzone. And like I said, it was a really good weapon, but they nerfed it in like season 3 or something. Yeah, see, it was season 3. They nerfed it, definitely. They never mentioned it, but I'm telling you guys, I could definitely tell. I used to be a big fan of the MP7. I used to use it all the time. But then after the nerf, like, damn man, it wasn't that good, and I just dropped it for the MP5. Alright, let's see how this pulls off. Oh boy, he's going one-handed and he's barely getting any recoil. That was actually so sick. Honestly, imagine guys if you could rock akimbo SMGs in the game. Or like certain weapons like the MP7, because you know the MP7 you could hold it with one hand, right? That would be so insane if you could have akimbo MP7s. Just imagine like melting through people, like melting squads in seconds. Alright, moving on, we got the MP5, the best SMG in the game, especially for me. Like I said, this SMG just shreds. It is really, really good ever since they nerfed the MP7. It has a pretty good mag as well, so. Alright, and you could make, this is such a good replica of the one in-game, or I should say the in-game is such a good replica of this. This looks exactly the same. I think this one has a compensator on as well for the muzzle, and it has a 45 round. Alright, let's see how close to in-game this is. Oh boy, oh my god guys, like, if you don't see, he's not getting a single bit of recoil. Like, it's honestly just like in game. It's such a laser. Just look at this. Look when he starts shooting. You can tell that his gun's not flying up like with the deagle. It's perfectly in a straight line. Super accurate. Obviously not for range, but very accurate. And here we have the best AR in the game, the M4A1. Arguably, it's the best weapon compared to the CryRow. Honestly, those two are gonna always be rivals.
This does kind of have the look and silhouette of a M4A1.
Yeah,
but
that
it is
definitely
just an AR-15.
Yeah, it is an AR-15. Honestly, guys, tell me in the comment sections below. Like I said, I don't think there's a real life M4, right? Isn't it just an in-game name? I've heard a lot of different things. Like some people say, oh, it is a real weapon in real life. Others say no, it's the M15, like this guy just said. But you could definitely tell. If I showed you that weapon and you guys play Warzone, you could definitely tell that that's an M4, right? Like the first thing you'd say it's an M4. You're definitely not going to say it's a CryRow, you know, or a FAL or Kilo. You're going to say it's an M4. So it's quite close to resembling an M4. Also has the same attachments as an M4 would. So yeah, let's see how close it is to in-game. He obviously has it in single fire, which is already accurate because you can put it in single fire mode in game if you didn't know that. So yeah, that's pretty close. Also, I think he has a 30 round mag in there. But yeah, it definitely resembles an M4. Oh, and here we go. Another very underrated weapon, guys. Honestly, this is my top 3 favorite ARs. I'm telling you guys, ever since they buffed the SCAR, it's been a laser. Especially if you put the tac laser on it. That's like the key thing to this. To have way faster aim down sight speed. Because if you didn't know, the SCAR is a very heavy weapon, but it is very strong as well. Doesn't have the best fire rate, but that's the thing. You could easily control this weapon. It's such a good weapon. You could use it for any situation. You could use it for far range and close range. Hip firing is very accurate, especially like I said with that laser. So yeah, honestly, if you haven't tried this out, go ahead after watching this video and put on the tac laser. And I'm telling you guys, this thing will be a laser. It's called the FN SCAR 17. Honestly, pretty close to resembling the actual SCAR in real life. So let's see how close it is to resembling the SCAR. Doesn't have too much recoil, honestly. Like I said, especially like look, especially if you put it in single fire mode, you could beam people. You could counter snipers so easily with this thing. And the recoil is not that bad as well. And here we go. This guy obviously has different attachments on his in real life. He doesn't have the monolithic suppressor like most ARs have when you play Warzone. He does have a sniper scope though, which is really cool. You could do that in game as well. I think you can make exactly the same SCAR as in game compared to this one. But this one does have a strap just to make it a bit easier to carry or transport, I should say. But yeah, overall the SCAR looks very, very similar to the one in game. He also has the single fire on, so I think it's just for safety reasons. Like imagine just spraying, especially with like a lot of people around you. Yeah, this is a really good weapon in real life, it seems like. And here we have another very good weapon, not in Warzone. It's mostly in real life. The AK-47, and honestly, they kept the name the same for this one. Like I said, I don't know the reasons behind it, but like I said, it is a very good weapon in real life. Honestly, guys, I think they need to buff the AK-47 in the near future. I feel like it is just like between the M4 and the SCAR. You know, it just feels like a hybrid of that, but honestly, if it was better, I really like the looks of the AK, not gonna lie. The looks are really good, especially with like the wooden stock and the wooden barrel. It's really, really cool, but just the weapon just feels very bad compared to the other ones. Let's see how it is in real life. Obviously has a ton of recoil, especially if you put on like the 75 round mag and like the lightest barrel. And here we see in real life, obviously it looks different. I think it's a more modern one compared to the one in game. As you see, it doesn't have the wooden stock, the wooden barrel, but it still looks like the AK, just a little bit upgraded. Honestly, in real life, you could definitely tell he has some recoil, but I don't know why. I feel like it has less recoil than it should in game. The gun is very accurate, and you could literally throw it in mud. You could go through lakes with it, and it will not clog up. Most of the guns back then, when, you know, like around World War II and that time, people were like always moving around. You know, there was no such thing as like, you know, missiles that you could just launch across the whole earth and eliminate your enemy. So people really had to go through, you know, like waters and puddles, and the AK held off really good. It didn't get clogged, and it was very durable. That's what I'm trying to find. It's a very durable AR. But like I said, it doesn't really matter because we're comparing it to real life, and it definitely does not meet the standards in game. Very accurate weapon, very accurate. Alright, moving on, we got the Model 680. Not a bad weapon in Warzone. I definitely think there are better shotguns. It's probably like the second best shotgun, but still, it is a very good weapon. You could easily one headshot someone from close range, especially if they don't have any shield. But if they have shield, I think it should be a 2-shot or at least a 1-shot, and then you could literally hit them once with your shotgun and they're gonna die, which would be a bit faster than waiting till that second shot goes in. But if you have slug rounds in this shotgun, guys, you could have way more range with it, and I think you could even combat some SMGs. So Honestly, not a bad weapon to have in Warzone. Oh wow, and it actually looks pretty different in real life. I think this guy has the slug shot rounds as well, because as you see, he's getting a pretty good amount of range here. So honestly, it's pretty accurate. It doesn't have the strap in game, but so far it looks really accurate besides the color and a little bit of the design. But yeah, let's see. He's getting some recoil. I think it's way less recoil than in game. In game, it's insane. Like, you literally start looking at the ceiling when you use the Model 680 in game. You literally shoot once and your crosshairs is on the ceiling right away. This one seems to be countering the recoil a little bit better. Alright, another somewhat trash weapon in Warzone. Honestly, the EBR-14. It's like in the middle between good and bad. Sometimes, if you know how to use it, you can make this weapon really, really good. It is kind of a hybrid weapon between an AR and a sniper. Honestly, haven't used it too much, guys. I've tried it a few times. I've tried making it into a sniper and into an AR, and both ways, normal M4 is way better than this, and the HDR is way better than this as well. If you want to carry a hybrid between an AR and a sniper, this is a very good weapon to carry. So go try it out. Tell me in the comment sections below what you think about this weapon and if it is good for you. I think it's obviously a more modern model of a marksman rifle, or an infantry rifle I should say.
That sound, I love it. Haven't sighted it in yet, but these are...
Alright, so this doesn't look too accurate to the one in game. Obviously the color and the design, but hey, I mean, I guess this is what it is. It definitely sounds the same.
It already.
It sounds super duper
good. Oh my god. The recoil and everything. Alright, shut up and shoot.
Yeah, the recoil honestly on this thing is way less, it seems like, than the one in game. In game, the recoil is pretty terrible.
Did I mention I put some tannerite down there?
Yeah, honestly, this weapon looks really cool in real life. Seems to be pretty accurate. Obviously, the one in game doesn't have the strap, but like I said, seems pretty accurate. Oh, the Dragunov. Literally the worst sniper in game. Arguably the worst weapon in game. I don't see anybody using this in Warzone, especially in their loadout drops. If you put this in, you're a madman. You don't know what you're doing, my guy. But yeah, very terrible sniper. It's like a sniper mixed with a marksman rifle, I think. This is such a weird thing. It's not accurate. It is super fast, but why do you need speed in a sniper if you could have a very accurate shot with the HDR and one headshot someone? You know what I mean, guys? It's not worth carrying. So if you're carrying this and you can't seem to win a game, I think I know the problem why. Or the reason, I should say. Alright. Let's see how close it is to being in real life and in game. Obviously, you're not going to be no-scoping in real life. Yeah, this is more like it. The crosshairs don't matter. You could easily change those in both the game and real life, so don't really pay too much attention to that. Alright, it looks very similar, if not identical, to the one in-game. Looks very, very similar, especially with that wooden stock and the wooden handle. Kind of reminds me of the AK, not gonna lie, but the sniper scope gives it away, and just the general shape of the weapon as well. Sounds pretty much similar. It definitely has way less recoil than in Warzone. I feel like they should buff the weapon at least to beat 2 headshot kill. I don't think it is in game right now a 2 headshot kill, or at least give it a little bit less recoil, because it's just super insane. Alright, and I think this is the last weapon on our list, and it is the HDR. Literally the best sniper in game. If you're not using it, honestly, what are you doing? Stop using the AX50. Come on, guys. We already know the clear winner, and it is the HDR. Way more accurate and has way more power and range. So yeah, let's see what it is in real life. I don't think it's a real weapon in real life. I think they're going to show something like the 50 cal sniper, because I've never seen an HDR in real life. It just doesn't exist. I don't think so. I might be wrong. If you guys know, tell me in the comment sections below. Alright, yeah, as I said, it's kind of like the heavy sniper from Fortnite if you ever played that. But it is still a very powerful sniper. If you had to compare the HDR to something in real life, this is 100% going to be your #1 answer. The 50 cal sniper. Very powerful weapon, very accurate, and has a ton of range in it. Oh my gosh, guys, and look at one thing, like, try to keep this in mind. Look how powerful this sniper is. It is literally throwing him back. Look at the size of the ammo right there. Like, that is just insane that such things even exist and how people could make such insane things. But like I said, guys, this is not the HDR, but the closest thing to the HDR, and it was the final thing on our list, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, tell me in the comment sections below if I should do more of these videos. Also tell me what your favorite weapon in Warzone is, and the best part of this video, and the most accurate weapon in Warzone to real life is. And also, guys, if you didn't enjoy the video, also go down there and tell me why, so I can improve my videos and hopefully make you guys more into them. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.